So recently I've been wondering, what is my purpose? You'll hear a lot of people be like, oh, okay, well, you need to find your purpose. What is the thing that you want to do out of this world? And I think it's a little bit misleading. Of course, this is going to be all my opinion. I'm just trying to make this because I feel like a lot of people are going to be relatable to this topic, that they still haven't found their purpose. And this is something that made me open my eyes. I was recently watching the Blue Beetle movie. If you guys haven't watched it and you do plan on watching it, I'm going to just mention a little bit of a spoiler, but it's not like anything too major, so I would still continue watching the movie. Anyways, so essentially, Blue Beetle, he goes to college and he gets a degree and he graduates, and then he comes back home and he realizes that his home is having a lot of financial issues. And later on throughout the movie, he's trying to figure out, oh, okay, well, he can't get a job anywhere else with his degree, and he's questioning, what is his purpose? Why is he even here? And then his dad tells him that pretty much his dad's purpose is there to tell him that, hey, you'll figure out what your purpose is. You're meant for like greater things, and that's his purpose there at that moment. And that his dad also did mention that he's still even looking for his purpose, and that made me realize, like later on, like the past couple days after I watched the movie, I couldn't fall asleep one of the nights, and then I crossed my mind, I was trying to figure out, what is my purpose and what am I doing here? And it just made me think, like, there's certain people out there on YouTube or just on the internet, they seem like they're on their purpose, they're on their mission, which, don't get me wrong, I think they're just trying to occupy their time, trying to stay busy and just keep on going. I think it's missions is what they're essentially on. I think a purpose is kind of like a mission that's going on forever. It's not something that you can really achieve. You want to make something that's a difference, but you can never hit that difference. And it's a mission that just can't be completed. It's just, you're always on it. That's what I think a purpose is, because like, I've been trying to figure out, like, what is my reasoning here, and like, what am I supposed to do? And I'm pretty sure some of you guys have gone out there and you question it. You're like, you feel like you failed so many times, you messed up, and then certain little areas of your life you actually succeeded, you actually done something really good, but then you still don't know what to end up doing, and you're a little bit confused. Like me, I'm unhappy with the job I'm currently at, which I haven't really been able to work just because of my injury. And I realized, hey, that's my mission right now, is to just recover, go see the doctor, probably get a surgery done, and then just recover from that. And also my other mission is to work on this YouTube channel, which I recently invested on a better camera, so we're going to be seeing that here soon shortly. So I'm really looking forward to that for the YouTube channel. But anyways, going back to the video, essentially I think people are just stuck on little missions. They're like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna do this, and then they might fail on it, and like, okay, well, that kind of hurts, and it kind of discourages you sometimes, or it might encourage you to do a little bit better, and then you're gonna go after it again, and maybe you'll succeed or you'll fail again. You're like, okay, well, I learned my mistake with that, I'm gonna try after this. And you'll realize that you'll have certain missions throughout your lifetime, and you're gonna start going after them. And this is something I'm realizing with myself, especially right now during this injury. I haven't been focusing on this YouTube channel, and then I haven't been prioritizing the gym or anything like that, just because my current mission is to just recover. After I recover, I'm going to go back and focus on other things that are really important to me. And those are my missions, is like working out, working on this YouTube channel, spending time with your loved ones, and whatever it is that you guys enjoy doing. But you're going to realize that you have certain little missions that you guys want to do, and that's why I say purpose is essentially just a mission that you can't really achieve, because that purpose, you're working towards it, but you can never hit the completion mark. You could never hit the finish line. Like, the finish line is like so impossible. Let's say you're doing a marathon, but you're doing a marathon for 100 million miles. Of course you can work on that marathon, but you're never going to cross that finish line mark. But I'm not saying to not have a purpose, that essentially a mission that's really like incompletable. Like, it's nice to have that, but it's also nice to be like, okay, well, I completed this, I completed that. But then there's also that feeling that you're going to have of, hey, well, I just feel empty. I feel like I have no reasoning here. I have no purpose. And I think that's natural. I'm pretty sure it's natural. A lot of people question this, especially people just clicking on this video. You're going to assume based off the views that the vast majority of people are going to be relatable, and that's the way how I'm going to kind of judge this based off of views. Is essentially, if I get like over 100 views, I'm going to say this is something that is probably thought about from the vast majority of people. It's just not something that people don't really deep think no more. And I realize this within myself as well, is I'm not deep thinking as much, and that's because of consumption of technology or entertainment. You're always on the go, you're always constantly going, and sometimes you just need to take a pause and just realize, okay, well, I need to put my cell phone down for a little bit and just pay attention to what's going around me and be in my deep thoughts and just figure out, okay, well, what's the next mission that I want to go? What's the next goal I want to start working towards? And the reason I say you got to think about it is because when you spend some time to actually think about it, that makes you feel as if you have a purpose, you have a reasoning. But essentially it's a mission that you're going to be working towards, and you're going to go out there and you're going to try achieving it. So lately I've been trying to spend more and more time trying to figure out, okay, well, what kind of missions or goals do I want? And you have to set aside the time to think about it. You just gotta essentially shut everything off and just be in complete silence and just pay attention to the world around you and just be in your deep thoughts. So I recommend just isolating yourself, like in nature, go out for a walk and just figure out, okay, well, what is it that you want? What is it that you want to go after? And me, I've been focusing, okay, well, right now, currently, I just want to get better with my injury. I want to finish everything out. The other thing is working on this YouTube channel, and then also on my fitness. And then there's other little aspects of my life I want to work on, but currently I do not have the time for it. So that's not really a priority, and I'm not going to focus on it. The other thing you guys have to think about is what's more of a priority. What is it that you guys want most after, and what's going to give you the most time? And I recommend going after the things that give you the most time, because when you have more time, you can go after more things, or you can spend more time on one thing and finish that mission. Then you can work towards something else. Anyways, if this video was somewhat helpful, drop a thumbs up, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys in the next one.